father pretended to have a heart attack to pressure me into marrying my cousin, so I'll spend every single day of my life making them regret it. I'm from Pakistan. Cousin marriage is very normal here, and I would say it's especially so in my family. So I, 22, was recently asked for my hand in marriage. My aunt brought a marriage proposal for me for her youngest son, 25. A little background is that I dated this particular cousin when I was like in 10th grade, about 14 years old. We broke up because he was starting to act like my literal father. He would get mad at me for talking to boys, would constantly ask to check my phone, and for my social media passwords. I immediately ended the relationship and distanced myself from him. But now he sent his mother with a formal marriage proposal. My father was ready to agree the moment they came over, but thankfully, he decided to ask me for my opinion before answering back. I refused because that guy was my ex and had been kind of stalking me at family events and stuff since the breakup. Now I'm being guilt-tripped, emotionally blackmailed, and threatened by my family for refusing. I tried having a conversation with them, tried explaining my side, but it was all just useless. It was clear that their mind was made up. So in a moment of pure anger and pain, I threatened to end my own life if they tried forcing me further. They've been sort of quiet since then, and haven't tried to talk to me about the marriage any longer. As for my cousin, I met with him. That asshole thought in his delusional little mind that I called to reconcile with him. As soon as I started talking and explaining why I didn't want to marry him, he got pissed. We were in the building's parking lot in his car, so he started the car, locked the doors, and drove onto the highway so I couldn't get out. I got yelled at for being a bitch who didn't understand his feelings, didn't care for him. He threatened to force himself on me, saw me and ruin my honor because I don't want to marry him. I'm so disgusted right now. I agreed with him for a few minutes, so he'll drop me back at the building. Thankfully, it worked. I already know that my life will be hell if I end up getting married to him. He's crazy, absolutely psychotic. I have a few friends in university who hold a European passport, so I'll probably reach out to them. Hopefully it'll all go well. Update, I'm going to get straight into it. I got married, yep, to my cousin. And it was all because my father got into an accident. So basically, my father is diabetic and at a high risk of a heart attack. I was at university when this supposed accident happened. He nearly tripped off some stairs and kind of had a scare. He was immediately complaining about chest pain and was taken to a hospital. The doctor said he had a mini heartache or something, but I'm just now realizing how bullshit that story is. I was just so emotional at the time because I was very close with my father before all of this shit, and I kind of agreed on the spot because he kept saying his last wish was for me to marry my cousin. Everyone around me was acting like he was dying, so I caved and said yes. Next thing I know, my father is being discharged in the evening, and my nikah is set for 2 days later. I am now realizing just how stupid I am for actually being this naive. He looked so fucking smug on the nikah day, all grinning and giggling while I was bawling my eyes out. Not only do I have to tolerate my cousin rubbing it in my face that he got me, like I'm some fucking trophy, I also have to let him touch me, nothing sexual yet, and tolerate his presence. It doesn't help that he's still living with his family, so I have to tolerate them as well. Update 23 days later. We went to Skardu and it went amazing, at least for me. He had rented out this small cabin for us. The spare bedroom was locked and the one we were supposed to stay in was all decorated and shit. The mood was ruined very soon after. The moment I walked in, the first thing I did was scream about having to share a bedroom with him. I ruined the decorations, threw out the candles, pulled down the lights, and then locked myself inside. He had to get the other bedroom unlocked and sleep there. I wouldn't take any pictures with him, would yell at him, and wouldn't let him touch me at all. When we got back to the cabin, I locked myself inside again. I called him every insult in the book, followed by throwing a vase at him and then locking myself inside the bedroom again. The entire night, my phone was ringing with multiple calls from multiple family members, including his family. The next morning, while I was eating breakfast, my parents and his were on a group video call with him. He turned the phone towards me and they tried talking to me. I didn't reply at all and told them all to fuck off and that they were dead to me. What followed was a series of arguments, and then eventually, him having to cut the trip short. Since the day I came back, all the elders in my family have been trying to get me to understand how unfair I'm being. It's annoying, but I deal with it because I get to insult them as much as I want. My cousin and have also been sleeping in different bedrooms as of now because I threw cold water on him while he was sleeping. He hasn't tried to touch me again after the vase incident on the trip. His family has tried to lecture me, but they gave up after I insulted them, and my dearest husband told them to leave me alone. I am not talking to my parents or brothers. They're all blocked. My in-laws have started to avoid me, and my hubby dearest has given up on me. I guess the trophy isn't so appealing when it starts to refuse him.